Hi YouTube, it's Pen Paper 19, day 5 of the Colorvent calendar. A note on day 4, Sailing Stones. I love this color. It is too light in a very fine nib. So actually I'm going to look forward to putting this in I think a thicker nib pen and use this and maybe reserve this for maybe medium to stub nibs because it's a really nice color. I really like it, but it is too light. Okay, moving on to day 5. Day 5. Let's see. Rosette Nebula. Rosette Nebula was inspired by the beauty of the Rosette Nebula, a rose in space. Okay, I imagine what's going to be a more pinky red than what was on day 1, which was a nice red, I guess a reddish brown or like a deep red. Okay. Pretty. All right, let's swatch this thing. Ooh, pretty. Yeah, that is pretty. Let me Ooh. Okay. Rosette Nebula. This is a really nice color. Let me compare that with the red from day 1, which was Supergiant. Oops. Actually, I was going to say they seem really similar, and they are really similar. Do you know? In fact, they're even the same color tone. I would say the real difference, it just looks like they took Supergiant and maybe added the tiniest bit of blue, so it has a little bit of a blue cast, but it really is super similar. Actually, I find that kind of disappointing within like the first 5 days. You have two colors that are really, really similar. For just normal use, I actually think I prefer this one, just because I don't usually write with pure red. But let's go ahead and compare this to other inks that I already have. Diamine Poinsettia is not terribly off. I would say, actually they're pretty close. This is the Mold Wine. This one has a little bit more blue, so it's starting to get towards a more purple, but actually the writing is pretty close as well, so I'd say that's pretty close as well. Right, once you start getting into like Diamine Syrah, it gets starting to get too purple. So that's definitely not true. And then when I look at my more like purple cast inks, like maybe a Sailor Ink Studio, right, you can really see the difference. This one definitely has more blue in it, so it's starting to move towards a purple, but yeah. Okay, now let's try this in the two different Tomorrow River papers. Here's 2024. And here is 2025. And then here. Well, it's a nice change to be able to see the ink really well, so I'll take that. Okay, so there is the difference between the two, the old Tomoe River on the left and the new one on the right. You can see with the Supergiant, yeah, the Supergiant is definitely a truer red. You know, actually, it looks pretty similar on this paper, on these two papers. It looks like, gosh, that looks like that's pooling a lot. I would expect that to be bleeding through. But, oh, is it? Did it just start to bleed through? I don't know. Let me see. I don't know if that little, oh shoot, maybe I don't want to do that because I'm getting some red. Okay, let me let that sink through and then I will report back on whether or not this actually bled through. That's actually because the same amount of ink seems to have pooled on both notebooks. So I'd like to see how the bleed through is. So I will report back after this dries. Do the writing sample. Let me show you the writing sample. There is the writing sample. It looks really beautiful written down. Really, really nice. It's really pretty. Okay, so that is Rosette Nebula. So that's day 5. See you tomorrow.